Hey guys, it has been a while since the last vlog. So this weekend we are going to attend one of my best friends Aaron's wedding in Qingdao, Shandong. And we also have a day and a half. So we try to use this time to explore the city. So we first need to travel to Weifang, which takes like 3 hours by plane to Qingdao, and then 2 hours, approximately 120 kilometers by car. So it's kind of far to be honest. And there are trains between Qingdao Airport and Weifang, but it's a little bit too late to catch the train, so we take the car instead. It's the wedding day! Yay! let's do a quick room tour. We booked a basic room, and then the hotel upgraded us to an ocean view with a bathtub that's facing the ocean as well, which is so nice, by the way. Okay, let's go out for dinner. So Qingdao is like a coastal city that's literally right next to the ocean. So definitely seafood is a must-have in here.
If you give him salt, you give him salt before. Just tell me it's fish.
It is fish. Fish jerky. When was that happen?
Good morning. Well, it's the third and last day. The weather wasn't that nice at all in the morning, but we are going to explore the city first. Let's start with the coffee.
Thank you.